Good morning. Today my family are coming over and we're going to be making some wreaths, so I thought I could show you how we're doing that. I've collected some bits which you saw in the last video. I've just done like a massive hoover because this time of year our house is an old house, it gets so cobwebby and I feel like I'm decobwebbing or dusting so often, but they're always appearing. So I just did that and it's very satisfying. We're going to go on a little walk, and then when I get home my family should arrive and we can make some wreaths. But I'm looking forward to being outside because I feel really hot now. She is being so chatty today. Hi. All morning she's been chatting away. Are you tired? Yeah, that's a bit of a She's tired. Okay, so I got these from the garden centre. This is the stuff we collected. We've got the secateurs, and then this is dried stuff from last year. And then my mum is bringing some bits too. Hopefully, fingers crossed, she's bringing some wire and rope because I've just realised I don't have any of that. Right, my mum has come with the goods. All the ribbons. So every year we make wreaths as a family. I feel like we didn't do it last year though, maybe because I was pregnant. But it's so easy to do and there are so many ways of doing it. The way that I've always been taught though is to create small bunches of foliage. So here you can see I've got the kind of spiky foliage at the back with the conifer, some fresh leaves and berries, and then you wrap this at the bottom with either some string or some wire. Wire we used here, it does make it a little bit easier. And you basically repeat that process over and over with loads and loads of bunches. You can go as big as you like, you can go as small as you like. I didn't make anything too large because my front door is not very big and the pieces we had weren't massive. But I just kind of went for something really simple. I think I added some eucalyptus at the end, and you just repeat this. You can do it in a pattern where you do the same sort of bunches over and over so it looks very uniform, or you can do it really wild and wonderful and vary the size of them and attach them together and see kind of how they look as you go. One good way of doing it potentially is to do maybe 3 different styles if you want to go something a bit more wild, and then you can alternate them around your moss ring, or you can use a willow ring. There's lots of different kinds you can get. I just got these at the garden centre. I find that adding things like dried leaves, like here I'm adding some dried eucalyptus, some fresh berries, that can add a lot of interest. Things like ivy, just makes it a little bit more interesting. Here you can see that I'm just attaching my bunches to the ring. So you can do this with a nice long piece. Don't do what I did here actually, I learnt afterwards I was making the wrong, I was doing the wrong process. Basically get the wire, don't cut it, just keep wrapping it round and add maybe 2 or 3 bunches and wrap it round really tightly so that you have those, you know, going around as you go along with the wire, rather than cutting off bits because that won't be attached very tight. I hope that makes sense. This? Or have you got slightly, these are too big? So you can pick that and then you pick something to go on top. This year it was a little bit more distracting because we had the whole family around, and I actually ended up just getting my mum to finish my wreath because I felt quite overwhelmed. I feel like I was quite tired this day, but I'm really happy with how it turned out still. It was really, really gorgeous in the end. And then you can add extras. So I added some cinnamon sticks and I also had some pine cones, and you can also add things like dried oranges. They're really easy to make at home, dried oranges. You just cook them on a really, really low heat in the oven, sliced. I added some more berries and just sort of finessed it when it's all finished, and you can just sort of add bits and pieces. And then of course finish it off with a beautiful bow. I used hessian and velvet to make this lovely 2-toned bow.
Was she doing performative? A few minutes ago I thought she moved.
The aftermath of 3 children, wreath making and complete chaos. I've got all this foliage that I need to use for something. We used up most of the green bits, but it's the holly that we didn't use lots of because me and Charlie didn't use much holly, and then we went and got extra, but we got too much extra. This is just ivy. And Alex and I want pizza for dinner because we always have pizza on a Friday and we haven't got the ingredients. I don't know whether we should rustle something else up, but I'll show you the wreath properly tomorrow, because it was difficult, because in previous years I think I've done it by myself, or maybe one year I did make it with my mum and sister, but there were no children. It just makes it harder, because obviously my niece wanted to, she's 3, so she wanted to join in, so we were playing with her, and then I had to like go upstairs with Elowen for a nap. It's just, the reality is so different. It's a different, whole different thing. So one of us will do some cleaning up, and maybe we'll figure out what we're gonna have for dinner. And I feel like I would quite like to use some of this green bits just to fluff up the garland that is going to go in the living room at some point this weekend, but not go like too crazy about it. And I think I do really like the way this looks, and I don't want to do anything more because I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like forcing myself to do stuff if it's just for the sake of like YouTube, or for the sake of like, I don't know, it just doesn't, I want to do what makes me feel happy about the decorating this year. And if you're interested in the one I made last time, you can go back and watch last year's video, because it is a really lovely decoration to add to your house if you have the time and energy, which I don't, to be honest. My mum actually made most of my wreath today because I was just, my brain was not working. So thank you, Mother. So I made a really delicious dinner this evening. It was a sort of tom yum coconut milk broth with some noodles, and then I roasted some cauliflower with turmeric. It was kind of inspired by a restaurant we ate at in Falmouth, where they had lovely turmeric roasted cauliflower on top of, I think it was a miso ramen. And we had a cauliflower in the fridge, so I thought we need to use that up, and I thought that would be a really nice way of using up meals. I feel like I come up with the nicest meals when we have little ingredients. So I just chopped up the florets, put some salt and pepper on them, some turmeric, garlic powder, and roasted those in the oven until they were nice and crispy. I think about half an hour, 35 minutes ish. And then I chopped up some shallots and some mushrooms, and then fried these in a pan until they were reduced and softened. I have this delicious tom yum paste. This brand is great for different Asian pastes. I've got like the Thai green one as well. Added that in, and then some coconut milk. And then I refilled half of the tin with some water to make it a little bit more brothy. Then some vegetable stock for flavour. Cooked up some noodles. And we didn't have any extra firm tofu, but we had some silken tofu, so I popped that in. Heated everything through, and then served up on top of the noodles with some extra shallots, coriander, some lime, some chili flakes, and this was so delicious. And we topped it, of course, with the turmeric cauliflower. It was so delicious, using ingredients we just had to finish up. And Alex really, really loved this. Oh, classic husband moves my lip balm. So I always leave lip balm in the car so that when I'm going anywhere, I have a lip balm. He is a chronic lip balm thief, and he steals all my lip balms and they disappear, and I never know where they are. Ay, 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 my lips feel gross. It's freezing, it's 6 degrees outside. I should have worn a coat, but I'm going to the gym this morning. This is kind of a new thing for me, and it's really important. I want to make it more times throughout the week, because at the minute I've only been managing to go once, and then the plan was to do a workout at home as well during the week, and it just isn't happening. I think it's because of the routine of it. So the routine of going to the gym versus doing it at home. I think I just need to get into the gym. I think I need to get out of the house, because doing it at home, though it seems more convenient, I just make up reasons not to do it, whereas something about physically having to get into the car and go, it kind of makes it in my mind like, yes, that's worth doing. And I think that I might message my trainer on Trainwell, because that's the app I use, to be like, I think that both workouts should be in the gym, so that it makes me do it, because the last 2 weeks I haven't. It's really difficult when you're breastfeeding to kind of take yourself out of the house without the baby, because you think, what if they wake up and they're hungry, but there's literally milk in the freezer. She is down for a nap, so yeah, I'm loving this kind of new thing. I think it's going to be really, really helpful for me, and I would love to be able to go like 3 times a week. That would be my dream. So we will see. It's a beautiful day today. It's really like clear today, so I'm not sure what we're going to do. I would quite like to potentially at some point do the garland for the living room over the weekend. Not sure if I'll do that today or not, but I quite like to get out the house because it's such nice weather. I feel like it might be nicer to get out when it's crisp and cold like this and go do something, but I'll see what Alex thinks. And I also would love a bath. I was going to have a bath last night, but bedtime was quite difficult. She spent a very, very long time fussing to go to sleep. I think it took me like an hour or 2 in the end. I don't even know. Anyway, let's go to the gym. Look at me. Back from the gym, getting in the mood with a protein shake. I have loads of Form protein that I haven't been using that I can get back into. Element's still sleeping. I've actually requested that the workouts be longer because currently that was like maybe 30 minutes, and I think I'm gonna go all the way to the gym. I may as well do 45 minutes because then it's like just over an hour that I'm gone, which is like easy if she's having a nap. She's quite good at napping at the minute. She like sleeps for quite a long time. I think she's teething. Overnight she was, which is quite early really to teeth, but it's the only thing I can think what it is, because she's got like a red cheek. She's always putting her hands in her mouth. And overnight she woke up like 4 or 5 times and she was kind of like crying in her sleep a bit, bless her. I think she's like in pain, which I hate seeing. So I think she's needing those naps because she's obviously growing. She's also super chatty at the minute. I don't know if I keep saying this, but like she just does not stop talking when she's awake. I'm gonna go and see, I feel like I really want to have a bath, but is that like crazy in the middle of the day? I'm gonna go ask Alex what he wants to do today, because I kind of want to wash my hair, but then I'm also like, should I wait till tomorrow? Anyway, that workout was great, loved it. I really want to make them longer and I want to go more often because it's so fun, and I have a newfound appreciation for how much fun that is now that I have a child. Good afternoon. I've just had a bath, feeling fresh, in my pyjamas because it's Sunday and Alex has gone out to the shops and for a walk, so I have got a bit of time where I want to do a little bit of a Sunday reset. I'm weighing up whether I want to bother doing this garland above the fireplace. I think I'm just going to tidy and see where I'm at because we have quite a lot of foraged leaves and bits and pieces still left over, but I'm trying to decide what to do because there's kind of like boring chore house bits that are on my mind. So let's do that first. And you know what? If I have enough energy, because I've had a nice bath, I had a nap yesterday with little one, I could potentially do it this evening when she's asleep and Alex can go hang out with her for a bit. You know, it can be a nice relaxing task. So I feel like trying to do it now might feel a bit under pressure. I'm hoping my hair dries nicely. I try to take more time to do it because I just haven't been doing that recently because I feel like I've not been looking after my waves. Oh, this hair clip. I need a different hair clip. Keep on doing that thing where I like don't know where I put my hair clips and I don't buy new ones. I need to go to Boots and buy a load of new hair clips because I'm just using this and this is not going to work. The postpartum hair loss, guys. What do I do to stop it? Because I'm having lumps. This just won't work. I'm gonna have to go find another hair clip. I'm finding lumps of hair when I wash my hair. And I know at the end of pregnancy, I probably for the last 3 or 4 months didn't lose any hair in the shower or when I brushed my hair. It was really weird. And I know typically when I used to shower, because I wash my hair like once a week, I would get some hair that would come out because it's kind of like a whole week's worth of hair sitting in your head in a way. But I'm getting like full-blown clumps and I know it's normal and I'm just shedding the hair that I didn't shed in pregnancy, but I really loved having the big thick hair. I just want that hair. I'm still taking my Wild Nutrition. I'm trying this clip again knowing it's going to fail. I've been trying to take my Wild Nutrition supplements still every single day in the hope that that will kind of slow down some sort of hair loss, but I don't think it makes a difference, does it? It's hormones. I'm sure it can help make you, I guess, like your hair grow back better or help keep the hair that you do have. Anyway, I'm gonna put some headphones on and do it room by room and just try and get as much done as I can. My plan for a clean house has gone out the window because I cannot find the Hoover bags and the Hoover is filled. Let me show you. Look at this disaster. It's filled with all of the bits from the foraging that we did because I hoovered up quite a lot of it and it's full. So now I can't hoover the rooms and make it feel really clean. I'm just gonna have to carry on. I hate when this happens, when you have like a kind of idea of what you want to do set in your mind and then it changes and it's just like I lose all motivation. But I can still tidy up the kitchen because it's a mess. And then maybe just try and get downstairs done. It's just, you know, like a house does not feel finished or clean unless you've hoovered. And our other Hoover, our cordless Hoover, is in the cottage in Newlyn. So I can't even whack that out. What are we gonna do? It's not gonna feel clean at all. Susie. That's the best it's gonna get without hoovering. And our sink is broken, our tap. We need to get it fixed so badly. So upstairs is looking a lot better. Alex is doing the patio. My hair's actually dried quite nice. This evening we're having pizzas and I want to watch a movie. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but I want to make it happen. I was watching Family Stone earlier and it was so lovely, but really sad because of Diane Keaton. I've just given her a wooden spoon and she's obsessed. I asked on my Instagram what the best toys were for 3+ months and somebody commented, or 2 or 3 actually commented saying just give them like kitchen utensils or just like things around the house like keys or whatever. I know that you can buy specific baby toys that are like keys and things, but I've just given her a wooden spoon and it's the most entertained she's been in a while. She's just got it in her mouth, loving it, and she's learning for when you wean, hey babe.